Sound the alarms. It's overreaction time. Are the Knicks more talented than the Heat? Or is that an overreaction? Let me give you a little bit of backup here. Derrick Rose said before that the Knicks are more talented than Miami. That's what D-Rose says.
He's telling the truth. It's not an overreaction.
You think they're more talented?
Yes. But talent doesn't necessarily translate to wins. You know what the Heat have? The Heat have dogs. They're out there competing every single night. Now, the Knicks showed a lot of fight in this game. You saw all the guys that didn't play. I thought it really rallied that team together. This is an awful loss for Miami. They were a 10-point favorite in this game. They're competing for an 8th spot in the Eastern Conference. Like, you can't lose this game. But the Knicks came ready to play. If you've watched Knicks basketball this year, and we watch a lot of it, I obviously working with Abby Hornacek, whose dad is Jeff, the coach there. I think we follow it a little bit closer than normal, and I'm a New Yorker, so I follow their scores pretty closely. They should be, no doubt in my mind, a top 6 team in the Eastern Conference. They have lost, I think, 7 games on literally the last shot of the game. So not to say that you turn the whole 7 games around, but if you turn 5 of them around, they're a playoff team. Like, they just lost so many games down the stretch. And what does that say? Is that Phil Jackson's fault? Is that leadership's fault? Is that Carmelo Anthony's fault? Like, I know Carmelo takes a lot of the blame because he's got no trade clause. He's making oodles worth of money, but I think Derrick Rose is onto something there. But talent, we all know this, that doesn't win. UConn's the most talented team in women's college basketball. They're not going to win a national championship this year. So I think the statement has validity, but it doesn't translate to anything.
Yeah, I mean, there were obviously a lot of issues on the Knicks team on and off the court throughout the season. But I feel like Derrick Rose, I mean, when you're not playing that, like, he can't say this before the game.
No.
He probably just doesn't need to. Like, why don't we just keep those thoughts in the locker room to ourselves, right?
I think that's well said. I think that's really well said. There's no need to get that out there. If anything, it just frustrates Knicks fans. Right?
Yeah, because we're like, okay, if we're more talented than them, why are we not in better position than them?